Hello comrades, it is I, Red Secure TV, and I want to discuss a topic that is very big within Marxism right now, especially within the first world in the United States. This is the topic of reactionary language. Now, first and foremost, I am against using oppressive language against certain people who have it bad, who are completely put down, and above all, oppressed. But there is a certain way to struggle against this. Granted, I do think you should say, look, this is bad, and you shouldn't say this, but I don't think you should devote all your time and energy into this one thing. What we need to focus against is changing the economic structure of everything else, because if we change that, then reactionary language and oppressive language will, by all means, just sort of fade away. It will go away when the economic structure of everything is changed from capitalism to socialism. In fact, Stalin goes into this with the Soviet experience. In Marxism, the problem of linguistics, I printed this off the Marxist Internet Archive and put it in a folder a while back. And essentially, this is what he has to say: the base of the economic structure of society at a given stage of its development. This superstructure is political, legal, religious, artistic, philosophical views of society, and legal, political, and legal, and other institutions corresponding with them. And of course, he goes into the Russian language and how it's changed. What has changed in the Russian language in this period? To a certain extent, the vocabulary of the Russian language has changed, in the sense that it has been replaced with a considerable number of new words and expressions, which have arisen in connection with the rise of the new socialist production, the appearance of a new state, a new socialist culture, new socialist relations and morals, and lastly, in the connection with the development of technology and science. A number of words and expressions have changed their meaning, have acquired new signification. A number of obsolete words have been dropped from the vocabulary. So, all in all, everything is going to change. Reactionary language is going to fade away. It's going to be a contradiction that essentially takes care of itself when people stop being oppressed. They don't have to deal with the problems of capitalism anymore. But however, this isn't something that's just going to go away. In Critique of the Gotha program by Marx, Marx says that it's still going to be there, and it's going to be there in the lower stage of communist society. In fact, quote, "But these defects are inevitable in the first phase of communist society, as when it's just emerged from prolonged birth pangs from the capitalist society. Right can never be higher in the economic structure of the society, and the cultural development thereby determined." So essentially, the struggle against reactionary language should be mostly structured in socialism, when we are gearing towards socialism and building socialism in our respective countries. Right now in capitalism, it's going to be there. If we keep struggling against this, we're going to keep failing, because it's always going to be there. Granted, we should still struggle against it and say, look, you can't do this within our own circles, but it doesn't mean you should just block people out for doing it. It's going to be there because it's reflecting their current economic situation. And to do so, and basically to not block people out, isn't going to do anything. Creating these echo chambers on social media isn't doing anything. It's counterproductive. It's going against the current material and social conditions that we're fighting against. I'm Red Scare TV. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I hope you learn from it. If you disagree with me, go to the comment section. I will answer anything that you may have a misconception of, or maybe I got something wrong, or etc., etc. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And as always, I am Red Scare TV, and Red Salute.